This is jnorris with Brewer FX here in Chicago. Welcome to our trend map, our video trend map here. Before we get rolling, I do want to point out that futures and Forex trading is a risky endeavor and may not be suitable for all investors. The charts we're seeing now are snapshots of current market prices and may not necessarily be indicative of future market conditions. Our first market here is the Euro-US dollar. On the left here we can see the second day in a row the market kind of eased lower. I think the big question right now is, are we looking at consolidation or distribution? If you look upper right here, that's the 60-minute chart. You can see for the last 2 days this market's just kind of ground sideways to easier. Big question, is that a topping pattern or is it a continuation pattern? If you believe that what we know for sure is the primary trend is still down on the daily here. So I'm going to say that I'll just stick my neck out and say I think this is more likely topping formation, although you still may have a little bit more upside to it. So we'll see. Next market's the pound US dollar. Similar situation. Again, is it consolidation or is that distribution? We'll have to see. We've got an uptrend here on the 240 minute. Looks like it wants to go down and test that. Next market, Australian dollar. Here's one where this action, very similar to the other two markets, definitely looks like more topping action. Looks like more distribution. We've got the secondary trend down now on the hourly chart, the 60-minute chart. That's not too very long term, but it spells you probably see some more downside pressure coming into our overnight and going into tomorrow's session. Japanese yen. The yen still secondary trend down on the daily chart. Lower right, the 4-hour chart, the 240 minute, looks like you've got an uptrend line here that continues to hold. Looks like you're actually seeing the secondary trend on the 4-hour swing up, and that's probably probably sets it up for a short squeeze there. People that were banking on a stronger yen and weaker dollar may get run out of there. If it even just gets a little bit higher, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. Canadian dollar, eyes left, the daily chart here, you can see where we found support right at the breakout. We had two dojis in a row. Doji, of course, is indecision. Lower right here on the 4-hour chart, looks like we have the short-term trend shifted higher on this particular bar. We got another 15 minutes or so before it closes, but if it closes above that trend line, you'll have a short-term shift will be higher on the 4-hour chart. So that tells me that level, the breakout level, is probably going to hold. We'll see what we get from there. It looks like that dollar CAD's poised for a short covering rally too there. Next market, the Swiss franc, the dollar Swiss. Dollar Swissy, eyes right here, it found support right on a GAN 5/8 line, which is also a 382 retracement for you Fibonacci guys. So that bodes well for the overall trend. The primary trend when I say overall, I'm referring to primary. The primary trend is still up on the dollar Swiss on the daily chart. Over here, lower right, the 4-hour chart. Secondary trend still lower, short-term trend higher. So it looks like we'll probably see some kind of continuation of that too. Could be short covering for dollar chief going forward. Euro yen. Looking lower right here. Yeah, to me that looks like more of a topping pattern than a continuation pattern. Looks like you have a little bit of a head and shoulder here. Again, I say that just out of respect for the primary trend on the daily. I'm more inclined to go with the trend than pick a reversal. But secondary trend still higher on that 4-hour chart. We'll have to see there on euro yen, but I'm banking on more of a continuation pattern. But that's different. That's not necessarily a dollar-based pair, and it is a carry trade, and it's still a pretty good penny you make on the carry. So there you go. Next market, pound yen. Very similar situation. Pound yen didn't quite rally like the euro yen did, but it's set up too where you have to ask yourself, is this a topping pattern on the upper right, or is that consolidation? And I guess we'll find out you know, I always look forward to the end of the week, because then I can see where my weekly charts are, and the end of the month is Tuesday. So come Tuesday, we'll know, you know, we'll have a clearer picture too on those charts. On the you know, we'll have both our weekly at Friday and our monthly. We'll take a peek at come Tuesday. You know, I had a couple of requests for markets. I didn't have. I'll have to get them in Friday for you. But yeah, as usual, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for coming. Busy enough markets. You know, we do this every other day. You come to our blog on Brewer FX, and it's there every other day around 4:30 Central Standard Time. So thanks a lot, and we look forward to seeing you again. As usual, you can email me or call me if you have any questions.